It's not her.
It's not.
You are sure, but you always look at her when you see her passing. When you see her,
She's my ex. She's my ex. We are not fighting. When I see her, she greets me, I will greet her. So, but now if you don't want me to talk to her, and if you think that will make you happy, I will do it. You have to stop beating her, or you are not happy.
do you love
I love
that you expect love? Who do you love more? Me and who do you love more? Tell me, me, I don't understand.
you. Mommy, is this a question? I love you more. I love you more.
You love me more.
Yes.
You are sure. Then why is it that anytime you see me, you will see me like you see me laughing, you will wave at her and as in, do you see the happiness when you always wave at her? Do you see? And I'm inside the car sitting behind beside you. And you want me to feel that you love me 100%. Yeah?
I don't know what you want me to say. I told you that I told you that I love you more. I love you most. She's my ex. So I don't have anything to do. And moreover, let me tell you, I just came now to rest. This is not an issue.
It's not,
You should bring,
it's an issue for me.
you
It's
should
an
bring
issue
here.
for me. No.
It's an issue for you.
Yes. Do you still have feelings for her? Every time you go, that's every time.
Okay. Okay. So now you want me to be using the other street.
Me, I don't understand. If you still love her, tell me. You still have feelings for her, tell me. Do you love her? Do you have feelings
So your problem now is because I drive that way. Okay, I don't have a problem. The other time you can ask me if I based on the ask me, then it's a problem. Now you came again and you are just looking for way to bring problem. Let me just rest. And now if I'm not just gonna I won't
It's not only to pass the street. Don't greet her again.
I should not greet her.
Yes.
So even if she greets me, I should not greet her.
Don't greet her.
Okay. Accepted. I'm not gonna greet her. I won't greet her again.
But I'm not comfortable at all.
So you are my sweetheart now. Why are you not comfortable? She doesn't come close to me. She have never called me before. So how come you are saying you are not comfortable?
Am I not
I love you so much. So you think you can compete with her? You can compete. You are my sweetheart. So stop bothering yourself with this things.
Stop greeting her.
No problem. Can I just rest now? Please, can I just rest? Thank you.
Don't go to the street again.
It's fine. Please let me just rest. Please. Yeah. Women. Conversations. While heavy rain was falling, Mama Kevin woke up angry, took her 9-month-old grandson outside, and left him on the flooded ground. The baby that her poor son left with her before rushing his wife to the hospital after she fell and collapsed severely on her way back from the farm. Stay there. I didn't ask God for a boy. If you want to die, go ahead. I do not care. Mama Kelvin said as she walked inside and locked the door, leaving the poor baby outside in the heavy rain, shivering and crying uncontrollably. 35 minutes later, Kelvin returned to prepare food for his wife, who was in critical condition in the hospital, only to find his 9-month-old baby, whom he had left with his mother, sitting outside in the heavy rain, crying and shivering badly. Jesus Christ. Mommy, how could you be so wicked and heartless? What is this innocent baby do to you? Was he one who killed your daughters? My God will forever judge you and reward you for what you did to my 9-month-old son. I will never forgive you for what you did to this poor boy. I hate you and regret having you as my mother. Kevin exclaimed as he rushed his son to the hospital. And when he got to the hospital, he was shocked by what happened in the hospital.
Once upon a time, there lived a woman named Mama Kelvin. And her husband, Mr. Jackson, was a fisherman who lived in Riverside, leaving his family in his hometown. Mama Kelvin had 4 grown-up sons, and Kelvin was the first son, and he was 25 years old. Mama Kelvin was desperate to have a female child, and whenever she gave birth to a female child, the girl had to die immediately, and she lost 3 girls within a few years. Mama Kelvin became very sad and frustrated after losing her last daughter. At night, she awoke and began thinking and lamenting, Oh God, why does my daughter always die during childbirth? What have I done wrong? Please, Lord, take these good-for-nothing boys and give me a girl. I need a girl, not these useless boys. Mama Kelvin then developed a strong hatred for her 4 sons, and she treated them as slaves, particularly the younger ones who were still premature. If those boys do the slightest thing to her, she would not mind using a knife, bottles, or any harmful objects on them. And if she can nudge them to beat them to her satisfaction or they ran away from her, she would say, As you're going out, may you be involved in car accident, and they will bring your corpse back to this house. And sometimes she would say, You will suffer until you die miserably. Come and bet me I will bury you in this life. And Mama Kelvin was saying this in public, and their house was located in a very busy area where people passed by on a daily basis. Despite everything she did to those boys, they still genuinely loved her and have always stood by her during difficult times. Those boys were extremely hard-working, caring, respectful, humble, and responsible, and their neighbors always admired them. One day, Mama Kelvin became extremely ill and nearly died, and her husband was not around, and they were not able to reach him at the moment. Kelvin and his brother spent all of their money on their mother's illness, but there was no improvement. Her health deteriorated day by day. One night, Mama Kelvin became so sick and weak that she could not talk or move her body, and her sons did not have any money to take her to the hospital. Brother, Mummy is dying. What are we going to do? The last born cried out, Please, brother, let us take her to the hospital. I do not want anything to happen to Mummy, Destiny, the second-born said. Carrying her to the hospital is not a problem, Destiny, but the problem is money. Because of Mummy's mysterious illness, I have emptied my bank account and even borrowed money. I do not have a dime with me, and as I speak, I owe over 100,000 naira. Kelvin exclaimed, "Please, brother, we need to do something before our mother dies." Prosper, the second-to-last born, exclaimed. And while they exclaimed, Mama Kelvin began coughing out blood and her eyes began to turn white. Brodea, Mummy is dying, Mummy is dying. Prosper screamed. Kelvin then rushed his mother to the hospital, and when they arrived, the hospital requested 160,000 naira before they could begin treatment. Please, doctor, start from her. I will provide the money. I do not want my mother to die. Kelvin said, "Please, brother, call Uncle Solomon and beg for money." Destiny said, "Thank you, Destiny, I did not think of him. So let me call him right away. Hello, Uncle. Kelvin, how are you doing? Uncle, all is not well, and I am currently in the emergency ward at the hospital." Kelvin, what is going on? Your sister is critically ill, and the hospital has requested 160,000 naira before they can begin treatment, which we do not have here and cannot reach our father. Please, Uncle, help us with any amount of money to save our mother. Kelvin, I am sorry, but I do not have any money right now. I just paid my children's school fees today. Mama Kelvin's brother responded, and Kelvin sadly ended the phone call. Please, brother, call Uncle Philip. Destiny said, I'm calling now. Hello, Uncle Philip. Kelvin, why are you calling me at this time of the night? I hope everything is fine. Uncle, all is not well. Your sister is critically ill, and I'm currently in the emergency ward of the hospital. Has provided 160,000 naira for the treatment, and we do not have any money with us, and we are unable to contact our father. Please, Uncle, help us with anything you have so that we can save her life. Kelvin pleaded. Kelvin, I have no money to waste on your illness. Mom Kelvin's younger brother replied. After the call, Kelvin called Mama Kelvin's elderly sister and explained to her the circumstances Mama Kelvin was going through. Kelvin, I do not have enough money right now. I believe you are aware that I have just returned from an operation. All I have now is 55,000 naira. Please, Auntie, I'm sending my account information right away. Please send it. It will go a long way. God bless you, Auntie. Kelvin said. Prosper, please. After a few moments, Mama Kelvin's elderly sister sent the money and doctor began treating her. The next day, when the hospital requested the balance of 105,000 naira, Kelvin and Destiny ran helter-skelter, looking for where they could get the money. When Kelvin realized his mother was dying, he decided to sell his generator, which he usually used for his barbering business, because he was a portable barber. Destiny, let us go. I want to sell the generator in my shop. Kelvin said, Brother, if you sell your generator, which generator will you use in your barber shop? Have you suddenly forgotten we went through before being able to purchase that generator? Destiny asked. Destiny, my mother's life is extremely valuable to me, so let it go and slit. Kelvin said. An hour later, Kelvin sold his generator and used the money to pay his mother's medical bills. 2 days later, Mama Kelvin began gradually recovering, and when Kelvin paid her a visit in the hospital, the nurse who was looking after her said, Kelvin. Kelvin, please.